What's going on, everybody? I'm Steve, and today I want to talk about 8 traits that make you an investable asset, whether it's in the workplace or in society. And without further ado, let's jump into it. The first trait I want to talk to you about is being high character. Are you a high character person? What does it mean to be a high character person? Well, a high character person usually is somebody with a good attitude, good reputation, somebody that's a leader. That's a big thing. Being a high character person, they're usually the ones that are appointed leaders, or the ones that people gravitate to in times of need or in times of wisdom, what have you. These are people that usually generally protect the reputation and name of people around them that they care about. You know, these are people that use and they use common sense, and they know how to keep their mouth closed when it's time to speak and when it's not to speak, and what situations to speak. And when they do speak, they know what to say. You know, that's a high character person. They don't engage in gossip and silly stuff. You know, they have a task at hand and they know how to use focus and when to focus. Trait number 2, they show a person that shows initiative. Showing initiative is a big thing. We all been in a situation where we've seen people at jobs or this and that, you know, they don't work unless they see you work. Or some of them don't work when you work. You know, it's just people that are there just collect a paycheck. You know, whenever you called upon a person that shows initiative, you know, if they're doing something wrong, they'll have to be told something that they're doing something wrong, because they'll just take the initiative and jump up and do it. They don't have to be told to do something. Or if you see something's wrong or something needs to be fixed around the house, or you see something at the workplace that you could fix and it take a couple of seconds, or it's trash on the ground, just pick it up. That's what people with initiative show. It's a good trait to have, especially in the workplace, where you know you can lessen the burden of those around you, especially on your team if you work in a team environment, and those type of things will be picked up, and it adds to your character, and it also adds to you being an investable asset, to where somebody will take their time with you and say, okay, well, this person right here shows initiative, so if it's a position that we're looking for and I look good hiring this person or promoting this person, you'll be in line. That's where initiative kicks in. You know, you don't have to be told what to do. If something pops off, you know, good or bad, you can be dependent to come in and, without being told, at least try to do something. You know, and that's a useful trait. Another trait is being humble. You know, if you're in a position that something good happens for you, you know, you're there because you want something good to happen to you. And if you're doing what you need to do, you're prepping yourself and you're ready. Any opportunity that comes up, you deserve. You know it. So you don't have to boast. You don't have to tease nobody. You don't have to talk about, hey, look at me. I'm here. Well, you got a job, or you're where you're at. Of course it should happen because you're doing the right things. So there's no reason to boast and cause animosity between you and your peers. You know, being a humble person is a very good trait. Trait number 4, have a drive or a passion, something you're passionate about. A lot of people work at jobs that they don't like, or they're around people they don't really particularly care about, but they want to please by being in their presence. If you do that, that takes you off of your passion. Whatever you're passionate about, you need to pursue it. Because if you're not pursuing it, you know, you're doing somebody else's dream, or you're doing the bidding of somebody else, to the point where it's taking you off for the path that you need to be going. Anytime you're dealing with a person that has drive, they will always put you second. Especially, like, you know, in a lot of marriages, where the man that go out and he'll have a passion for something, and he won't be home with the wife and kids, or he won't be home with the girlfriend, because he knows that what he's doing in the long run, though it might be tenuous on the family or on his significant other, at the end, it's a goal that he has to accomplish, and he has tunnel vision moving towards that. Always do things you love. Don't ever let nobody tell you otherwise. And that's passion. In the workplace, say you're in the job, you love the job, you're passionate about it, you finally get that job that you want, and it's your passion, and this is what you want to do in life, you go all in. You know, people will see that. That's why a lot of people get promoted from a normal worker, or they'll come in as a janitor and take off and wind up being a CEO or something like that. You know, though it's rare, it does happen because they have passion. Sometimes people just want to get in the door. You know, you can never underestimate the hunger of somebody else that's working right next to you, you know, in the workplace. It's competitive. And you should be competitive as well. You know, nobody wants to go work 20 years at a job and make the same salary, or work 11 years and then get let go because people are tired of, you know, they got somebody better than you, or they just tired of your mess. You know? Trait number 5. Are you dedicated? Can you dedicate yourself to something? You get a job, people hire you, they invest their time in you and their training and everything else. What are you dedicated to? Can you dedicate yourself to promising what you said in the interview? Promising, you know, yourself, okay, in 5 years, I want to be making this amount of money. I want to be doing this. I want to be doing that. I don't want to be in this position. I want to be higher up. You know, this is just a stepping stone. I'll work here for a few months or years, and then I'll go to something else. Hopefully with my training, I'll invest myself into the job, and I'll study everything I have to do with this position to move up to the next position, then the next position after that. And 5 or 6 years, I'll be a certain place. Are you dedicating yourself? Are you doing your studies? Are you learning everything you can at that job to master that position to where you're too big, for that position, and what they're paying you, that they have to either give you a raise or they got to bump you up to the next position. That's where you want to be. Are you teachable? This is number 6. Number 6, and this is a big one. Are you teachable? Do you think you know everything? Can people talk to you and tell you, okay, well, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, let me show you the right way? And then once you're taught, do they have to keep coming back and holding your hand or telling you the same thing over and over again, as simple as it is, because you're not picking it up? Being teachable is a very good trait, especially when you're a young person, because if you are teachable, a lot of times a job that you're at will either try to move you up really quick, or somebody else will come in, see that you have the above mentioned traits that we talked about earlier, or some of them, what have you, and they'll say, I can teach this guy something. I like his character. I like her character. This person can go a long way in the company. Sometimes when you're working, people can come in there and see you, and they're watching you, you don't even know it. And they could be like, man, this guy's better than anybody I got at, or this guy or girl is better than anybody I got at my company. You never know who you'll come across every day. So it's good to be prepared. But yeah, getting back to being teachable, are you teachable? Can I tell you, hey, A goes with B and B goes with C, and then all together they make D. I mean, just being hypothetical. And you remember that. And then 4 or 5 months down the line, after I trained you that one time, you're better than I thought you were going to be. Or you're teaching me something. You know, you focused. You've dedicated yourself. You've mastered that position. And it goes a long way with you coming up in life and coming up in the workplace. Number 7, master your focus skills. Can you stay on task with doing a job? You know, if I tell you, hey, I need this done at a certain time or certain this, can you meet the deadline? Can you, can I depend on you to where if I tell you, hey, I need this done today, can you, well, I need this done on Monday and it's Friday. Perfect example. Can you put off something, partying for the weekend, and show your responsibility to where, hey, I got to get this done? Can you focus now and then play later? If you can, and your focus skills are up to par, you'll go a long way in your advancement in any workplace, in any social circle, and everything. The last trait I want to talk about is self-confidence. You got to have self-confidence. Because if you don't have self-confidence, that means a lot of times you're not competitive. And if you're not competitive, a lot of times you get what people give you. You hear a lot of inspirational people saying, hey, seize the moment. If you want it, you got to go get it. It sounds good. But if you don't have confidence in yourself and you don't have that self-assurance from things you've accomplished in life, that makes you say, okay, well, I deserve to be here and I deserve to be in this position. And I'm going to give it all I got and nobody's going to take it from me. You will be knocked completely out of a lot of things, But let's run them down the line again. And those are my 8 traits that every person striving to be better than you are should strive for. Number 1, high character. Number 2, do you show initiative? Number 3, are you humble when good things happen to you? Or do you throw them in people's face? Can you take success? Number 4, do you have drive, passion? Number 5, do you dedicate yourself to something? Number 6, are you teachable? Number 7, you have focus. As a skill, can you master a focus? And last but not least, are you self-confident? Now, with all these traits I said, if you can put them together, you will be impressive in any social circle you go to or that you're around. The people you're around, people will gravitate to you. People will want to be a part of what you're at. They'll see your confidence. They want to be a part of it. Businesses will want to hire you or keep you if you work there. I've seen it multiple times. This is just stuff I've accumulated over my years of working and running a business now, and just being around all different types of social class of people. There are 8 traits that I came up with that I've seen that successful people use, or possess. But that's it today for what I was saying. If it was both entertaining and educational for you, if you agree or disagree, drop me a comment. As always, like and subscribe. I appreciate you spending time with me as usual. And I'm out.